Good morning to all. So in this video we are going to discuss about boiler mountings and accessories. Okay. So boiler mountings. So as I said, the boiler mountings and accessories are different devices which are used for operation of the boiler and for the safety of the boiler. Usually the boiler mountings are mounted over the boiler shell. Okay. So according to the India Boiler Regulation, the following are different types of mountings which are used for the boiler. So safety valves which are used for safety purpose, pressure gauge which is used to measure the pressure, steam stop valve which is used to passage of the steam, and feed check valve which is used to supply the feed water, blow off cocks which is used to remove the excess amount of waters, manhole which is used for cleaning purpose, mud hole which is used to collect the sediments which are settled inside the boiler. Okay. First mounting is water level indicator. Okay. The name itself states the water level indicator which is used to check the water level and along with the steam level in the boiler. Okay. So this is the water level indicator which is most commonly used. So here the function of water level indicator is to indicate the water level in the boiler. Okay. So normally two water level indicators are placed in front of the boiler. Two water level indicators are placed in front of the boiler. The most common type of glass tube is glass tube water level indicator is used as most common type of boiler. Okay. So see here, A is the front end of the plate. Front end is the front end of the front end of the boiler. F is very hard glass tube indicator. That water level indicator, the water level is connected to the boiler plate through the stuffing boxes in the halogen metals B and C. So having flanges X and Y bolting on the plate. Okay. So by means of flange stuffing box and flanges, the water level indicator is attached to the boiler, front end of the boiler. Okay. For controlling of the steam and water passages, the levers D and E are provided. So whenever lever is in open position, the water or steam will be extracted. Whenever it is in closed position, it will be holded. Okay. So K is the drain cock to blow out the water. Whenever the water is exceeded, so then by means of drain cock, the blow off cock, we can remove the water. Okay. So the upper and lower stuffing boxes supported by means of a steel column G. Okay. So here the balls J and H are in rest position under normal condition. If the water level and steam level in safe positions, then the balls J and H are in the safe position. Whenever there is an increase or okay, here the balls J and H are moved to daughter position. Whenever there is a rush of water or steam occurs, then shut off and steam will be occurs and cocks D and E are safely closed. So this is the working of water level indicator. Next one is Bourdon pressure gauge. So the pressure gauge is used to check the pressure inside the boiler. The functional pressure gauge is to measure the pressure exerted inside the vessel or boiler. Okay. So here the most commonly used pressure gauge is Bourdon pressure gauge. Okay. So here we are having a Bourdon tube made up of bronze, and one end of the tube is connected to the spring and another end of the tube is connected to the measuring tube. Okay. So whenever the steam pressure, exerted, the Bourdon tube expands. Whenever steam exerted, the bottom tube easily expands. So whenever it expands, the hairspring will be rotated and reading will be shown on the dial indicator. Shown on the dial indicator. So that is the function of pressure gauge. Dead weight. Next one is dead weight safety valve. Dead weight safety valve. Okay. Here, the dead weight safety valve is used for the safety purpose. So initially, through the vertical column, cast iron pipe, the pressure is exerted. So here the pressure is exerted by means of the cast iron pipe. So whenever the pressure exerted the bottom, so here the bottom flange is directly connected to the seating block on the boiler shell. So seating block on the boiler shell. So when the steam pressure acts upwards, the direction and balanced by the force of dead weight. So simply it is our, if you observe this, simply it is as a in our cooker vessel type cooker vessels, in household cooker vessels. So here we are using dead weight type pressure, dead weight safety valve. So whenever the steam under the pressure and inside is less or equal to the dead weight applied, so then it is in normal position. So normal position. Whenever pressure exerted is greater than the dead weight, the valve will be lifted and excess of pressure will be discharged to the atmosphere. So that is the working of dead weight pressure gauge. What is the advantage of dead weight pressure gauge? Okay. So it is a simple in design, gives quite satisfactory performance. It cannot easily tampered from pressure adjustments. So what certain demerits are also there for this pressure gauge. So it is not suitable for high pressure boilers, unsuitable for boilers which are extensively vibrate and movements are experienced. Next one is lever safety valve. This is also one of the safety valve which are used for safety purpose. Okay. So here we are arranging. So here, whenever the steam pressure in the boiler is equal or under normal limit of working pressure, the upward force exerted by the steam on the valve is balanced by the downward force of the lever system. So in the lever system, the downward force will be acted if it is equal to the pressure exerted inside the cylinder, then it is in normal position. Okay. So whenever the pressure exceeds, whenever the condition or valve remains on the seat tightly and steam will not escape from the boiler. So when the steam pressure inside the boiler exceeds the normal limit of working pressure, the upward force exerted by the boiler steam on the valve is overpowered and downward force of the lever system. Then under this condition, the valve automatically lifts off its seat and escapes the steam to the atmosphere, as shown in figure B. Whenever the pressure again reaches its normal condition, it will be falls back to its position. Next one is fusible bag, which is also used for safety of the boiler. Okay, so this is the arrangement of the fusible plug. Okay, the function of fusible plug is to protect the heating surface area of the boiler. Fusible plug is to protect the heating surface area of the boiler against damage of overheating when water level boiler falls below the safe limit. So whenever there is a sudden droppage of water level, then the boiler shell will be overheated. Due to overheating, they may cause the damage to the boiler. To reduce that condition, to reduce that effect, we are using the fusible plug. Okay. So the fusible consists of three parts. It is made up of three parts which plug the hole in the crown plate of furnace and thus stop the steam and water boiler entering into the furnace. Okay. So the first part consists of a hollow gunmetal A, and which is screwed into the crown of the furnace with the help of hexagonal flange. Okay. The second part consists of another hollow gunmetal plug B, which is screwed into the upper portion of the hollow gunmetal A. Okay. So next, the third part consists of a solid copper plug C, which is cut head firmly into the hole of plug B by setting low melting point fusible material between plug A and plug B. Okay. The fusible metal may be tin or lead, which has lower melting point than plug A and plug B. So the plug C has to be having low melting point material. So under normal water level condition, under this condition, the fusible flex is fixed on furnace. It will be covered with the water. As for hot gases in the furnace, the water is always available for heating surface. The temperature of fusible material remains below the melting point. This keeps the solid plug in its position as shown in figure A, and normal steam generation process is carried out. Okay. So whenever the water level falls below the lower limit in the boiler, in this condition, the fusible plug gets overcovered out of water. The fusible plug gets overcovered out of the water, and it is exposed to steam only. As now the water is not available for the heat transfer, the medium hot gases of furnace, the both plugs B and C gets overheated. So the overheating of plugs results melting of this fusible metal first. So which makes the copper plug C is released and falls down in B. So thus the water will be washed down into B. So this opens a way for steam space and furnace to steam rush into the firebox and extinguish the fire and stop steam generation process. So the water will be entered by means of this fusible plug to the furnace. In the furnace, the combustion will be stopped, and by means of this, so overheating of the boiler is reduced. Okay. Next one is steam stop valve. Okay. So this is steam stop valve is most commonly used. It is just like an on-return valve. The function of steam stop valve is to regulate the flow of steam from boiler to the steam pipe, or from one steam type to the another steam pipe, or from steam type to the turbine. So by means of this valve open and closing, the steam flow can be regulated. Okay. So under normal working condition, the valve is in open and steam flow from the boiler to the steam pipe as shown in figure. Okay. So under condition when the boiler is shut down, whenever boiler has to be shut down, the steam is not shut down or steam is not required from the boiler, the valve is closed by operating the hand wheel which is placed on the above. So here through the hand wheel, a valve is arranged which is seated over the valve seat inside the steam stop valve. Okay. So thus the flow can be arrested to flow through the steam pipe. Thank you.